People say when you think about business, don't think about money. Yes, of course. But when you think about farming, think about money. I had to do other businesses, failed in other businesses. I had a godfather whom I was discussing business with. And he said, Kofi, go into poultry. So one of the lessons I've learned is that whatever business you want to do, put it on paper, do your plus and minus, and then know how much you need to put in. Make sure you at least you have 80% of the money before you go in. See, there was a funny thing working with this godfather. He used to advise me and tell me things. How do you get money? How do you save? Things he tells me, I had to learn from it day by day. Later, I got to know that he was actually lecturing me from a book.
Kiyosaki.
If I had read that book like way back, I don't think I would be here by this time.
Okay.
The worst thing that ever happened to me in my farm.
Yes.
In farm, you don't want to know.
Hey, Kofi Kyei, welcome to Gold Circle Podcast. It's the Gold Circle, eh? You know it.
I know. It's nice to be here.
It's really nice to have you. So you are the founder of Daily Farms GH.
Yeah.
And you are a poultry farmer, but you're also a business student.
Yes.
Both. Like, how do you do that?
I don't even know. And I can't even think about it. But, in life, you need to move on, do whatever you need to do. Nothing is guaranteed. Just set your things up. You don't know what might happen tomorrow. So, I just feel like doing it.
Wow.
It's not easy.
But it's not easy. Like, how do you build an agriculture business? Like, how do you even, I know a lot of people from the Afro diaspora, but even people in Ghana, they're like, there's a lot of, people know there's a lot of money in it, but there's also a lot of risk. How do you come up with the idea to start it?
I believe that life itself is a risk. The day you were born to the day you grow up or however you grow up, you don't know what is going to happen. So life itself is a risk. You grow up from 1 year, 2 years, your parent being taking care of you, you go into school, you complete school, strive through life and all that. Anything can happen, right? So I think agriculture itself is a big risk. But however, everybody needs to eat to live, not to live to eat.
It's true.
Yeah. So when you think about that, agriculture is going to come in mind.
So how did that? But why poultry farming? Because there's so many how many type of agriculture businesses are there? Like, what can you do?
Okay, so you see, there are a lot of agriculture. When it comes to agriculture, there's a lot of things. But you see, I sat down to think about the average Ghanaian. Okay. In Africa, in Ghana, in Ghana, the average Ghanaian, that the majority of Ghanaians, the average ones are majority. You get it? How many are able to afford a common protein? You ask yourself. And I think egg is the most common protein everybody can afford.
Yeah.
So you think about it. One morning I woke up and then I went to a wache joint, a popular food in Ghana. And I saw one person. I want guy wache 20 cedis. Then he asked, how much is fish? He said 30 cedis. How much is willy? 10 cedis. How much is egg? 5 cedis. I said, okay. Then give me 5 eggs. I was like, wow, 5 eggs. Okay. Then another person came, give me 2 eggs. I was like, okay. Egg is the golden.
It's true.
So I need to go into egg production.
It's true.
So that is how I entered into
And I've tasted, like you brought eggs the other day when you came. And I was like, I even had some eggs from the supermarket here. And people don't buy, like Ghanaians don't buy things in supermarkets, right? But as the Afro diaspora, we are used to that from abroad. But when you brought your eggs, we finished them in 2 days. I don't even eat that much egg a day, but they were so good. How do you make sure that you create high quality poultry products? What is the difference that you do?
Okay. It's just one secret. It's how you feed your animals. The kind of meal you give them. There are lots of maize on the market, but there's one particular maize, yellow maize. When you feed them with your birds, they're going to get a quality egg. So that is the only difference.
But is it more expensive than other? Why doesn't everyone do it?
Yellow maize is expensive. Yellow maize is expensive. But you see, dairy farm is concentrating on quality, not quantity. So if I'm going to get yellow maize at a higher price to produce the quality, why not?
Wow, I love that. But so how can someone start a farming business with, like, how much money do you need to invest in something like that? Because people have no idea, and people watching, maybe they want to buy land, they want to start something here. What do they challenges that you have?
You see, when it comes to farming in general, but let me just even limit it to poultry farm, you cannot quantify the amount of money you want to put in. You just need to know how big you want it. Once you know how big you want it, put it on paper, do your plus or minus, and then you know how much you have to put in. But no amount of money is small. Anyhow you want to start it, no amount of money is small. I mean, money, if you don't have it, don't go into it. Yes, that is how it is.
But you have a big farm, because I was like, my husband introduced you to me, like, and he was like, yeah, he has a farm. And then you showed me your TikTok. I was like, this is a farm. This is a big, how many animals do you have on the farm? And how many square, I don't know how you would say it, square meters, is it?
Myself, I do not know how to calculate it, but it's an acre and 2 plots, so that makes it 6 plots.
Wow.
Yes, and it's a 10,000 capacity.
10,000 animals are in there.
No, it's a 10,000 capacity,
okay.
But currently we are occupying 5,000.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Because it's a lot, but we will edit in some of the footage so that people can see. And we will also, in the description, leave your tag to your TikTok and Instagram so that people can go. But about that, because you told me something interesting, that was like, you actually were in media before, or you did something with that? Because you said, I know how to do social media and stuff.
So you see, being a businessman, you are not here to advertise yourself. But I was trying to combine the social media, that is creating a business page for daily farms, and then me, myself, trying to do the work myself. And it was very tedious. I mean, it's very tedious. So I don't really engage myself in the media. I tried to do so, but it took much of my time with the business time. So I just had to drop off with the media and then concentrate more on the business, that is the poultry farm, the animals itself.
Yeah, I understand. Because I do see really a potential of growth. Because I was just on your TikTok. I saw you didn't post much. Go to his TikTok, Daily Farms GH. Go on it, okay? So, and I saw how people were saying, oh, the chickens look so healthy. And I think it could even help enhance, like, the buyers or the people that find you, because they're just, even if you do business to business deals, it's still people that you deal with and who can see you everywhere. But how to go to that question, like, how do you find your customers? Like, who do you export to?
So, like I said, protein is the most common and cheapest protein you can ever get. Eggs, okay, you do not sell eggs. Eggs sells itself. However, my customers are the market women. They are fabulous. See, they are fantastic. If I have a second life, I think I'll marry them. Yeah, if I have a second life, they are marvelous. No matter the quantity of eggs you take to them, think about any quantity that comes in your mind, they'll buy it.
Wow.
They will buy it. Yeah.
Amazing. So you sell to the market.
The market women.
Women.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do any export internationally, or is that a dream of you?
You see, every businessman has a dream. I wish I would have a bigger capacity to be able to make an yolk powder or egg powder to be given to the bakeries out of the country. That is the biggest dream I would ever have, but I don't know how possible. Maybe over a period of time I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you keep dreaming big, but you also keep developing yourself because you're a business administration student. Like, how, again, do you sleep? How do you have the time to be here even?
There's a popular saying, sleep is for the weak. I don't know why I should sleep when it's not sleeping time. And I don't know why I should sleep the whole of the day and the whole of the night. I don't think businessmen sleep. No. You are always thinking. You sleep about 4 hours or maximum 6 hours. You are thinking about how to grow yourself, thinking about how to do things. So I ended up in school just trying to broaden my knowledge about business because I have a passion for business in general, not even farming alone. But if I have the opportunity and then the money, yeah, I would be doing other businesses. So I was like, okay, then why don't I go back to school, try to develop my brain through business administration program just to further my education and then see how it goes. It's not easy.
Wow.
It's not easy. Nothing is easy. And it's not easy combining school and business. Yeah.
What would be the advice you would give to maybe a young person watching this? Like, how do you maybe even start or save up money to start that business? Or shouldn't you think about money first? Should it be something else?
People say when you think about business, don't think about money. Yes, of course. But when you think about farming, think about money. No matter what you want to do, when you think about farming, because farming is a living thing. It's a live thing you are coming to protect. It's a live thing you are coming to grow. And those living things do not have mouth. They can't speak. They can't hear. You need to steady them. Give them what they want. If you don't steady them, give them what they want, they are going to die. And whatever they want, you're going to need money to buy it.
Yeah, because you're dealing with living animals.
animals.
So what is the worst that happened? Like,
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
we do want to know.
The worst thing that ever happened to me in my farm,
Yes.
you don't want to know.
No?
Okay. I woke up one morning and then the biggest python you can ever think of was on the farm.
Ooh.
And at that moment, that was the first ever production I've ever made, making eggs to go and sell, because I've fed my animals for 6 months. And then their first production, the biggest python you can ever see,
Wow.
is on the farm. Killed about 40 of my birds, swallowed about 16,
Whew.
cracked almost 40 crates of eggs. I ended up killing it.
Wow.
But imagine, okay, so I had to burn a tie on the farm just to suck the python away or other snakes or other reptiles away. In the process of burning the tie, the smoke itself, the chickens had to inhale it. And every living animal or everybody, the sickness of chicken, it's in the air. So the animals breathe in the smoke of the tie. That ended up the animals getting sick.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
It's not only financially, but also emotionally, mentally, it's a lot. Physically.
It's just going to break you down because when I don't think, if you've not been in poultry farm, you wouldn't know that even chickens can cough.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
They cough.
Yeah, the smoke got them coughing. And for you to treat that,
But could you save most of them, or was it like...
let's say I saved about 70%. So, I mean,
Wow.
it was okay for me to move.
You're like the chicken father.
I love them.
I see the love.
love
I
them.
see the passion.
Yeah, I love them.
Wow.
Chicken, I love them.
Wow.
Yeah.
But did it start as a young boy? Like, how did you...
I've always had a passion for business growing up. But you see, I didn't start early. That is it. I had to do other businesses, failed in other businesses. Then in COVID, I had a godfather whom I was discussing business with. Then he said, Kofi, go into poultry. In fact, go into farming and then go into poultry, because I had wanted to do a cold store, that's frozen food. And it was like, no, because I had done other businesses, I had learned a lot. So one of the lessons I've learned is that whatever business you want to do, put it on paper, do your plus and minus, and then know how much you need to put in. Make sure you at least you have 80% of the money before you go in. So after putting everything on paper for the cold store, I realized that no, I can't have the 80% of the money. So I need to drop it down. Then the man said, go into farming, poultry. At the end of the cycle, kill your chickens and then start your cold store. So I went into the poultry farming. And it wasn't easy, but I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So this is your business now.
It's my business now.
Hey Gold Circle fam, so sorry to interrupt, but just to let you know, hit the subscribe button so that you're the first one to be notified when a new episode airs. Also, leave some comments. Let us know what your questions are, your updates about your entrepreneurship journey, whatever. Like it, share it with others, become a part of the family, the Gold Circle family. Thank you again. Let's continue. So funny how things go. Huh? And I think for everyone watching, sometimes you want to start something else, but it leads you to the actual dream, the actual thing you should be doing.
Yeah.
And that's why you just have to start, just keep going. But also, a very important point, you had a mentor, someone you could look up to who was successful in business, I assume, and who could guide you. So don't listen to the people around you who are like, friends, family who are not in that business or not in the business mindset. Listen to the people who are where you want to go. That's why we do this podcast.
Yeah.
If you have no one around you, you can go on YouTube or Instagram, wherever you watch this.
See, there was a funny thing working with this godfather. He used to advise me and tell me things. How do you get money? How do you save? He used to live in Tema. In fact, he lives in Tema and I live in East Legon. I could pick a church from Medina to Tema and back. This man doesn't even give me transportation or anything. But when I go, the things he tells me, I had to learn from it day by day. Later, I got to know that he was actually lecturing me from a book. I think, what's his name? Robert something.
Kiyosaki.
Yes.
Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah.
Rich
Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, Rich
Hey,
Dad Poor
that's
So I read that book in 2021. If I had read that book like way back, I don't think I would be here by this time.
It's true. That book also changed my life. I started reading it, I think, 10 years ago. Like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you don't know that book, go get the book. We will put it in the description below.
If I had read that book 10 years, 15 years back, I'm not sure I'll be here. But the man was lecturing me from that book. And all my concentration was, how would you make me come from my house to you? You wouldn't even give me transportation. But not knowing he was teaching me something. So I went back, got the book, read it, and that was the beginning of my business mindset.
It's very important.
It's very.
Because I noticed, because I also write book myself, also about business and stuff.
That's
and
nice.
I noticed that I even have a book about black superheroes, black young girls.
Okay.
As a way to teach leadership in a fun science fiction way. But I wrote it here in Ghana. And then I sold most of it in the Netherlands, where I'm from. And then also my husband was even saying like, yeah, but in Ghana, people are like, it's not that they don't want to, it's just not in the culture like that. So you have to, so how could we transfer knowledge to the youth in the best way you think, to also like give them these nuggets of gold?
I feel the mentorship should be more because youth, let me just limit it to Ghana. Ghanaians do not like reading. Myself, I do not like reading. But I mean, over a period of time, I had to inculcate the habit of reading. Yeah, but Ghanaians do not like reading. I feel the mentorship should be more. People need to pay attention. People need to think about the standard of life they need to live. Once you think about the standard of life you need to live, that will, give you the energy to do something. Because if you do not do anything, your standard of life, you can never have it.
It's true. So you need to have the vision first, like, how do I want to live?
How do I want to live?
And what way? Like, give an example.
Okay. I don't want to use myself as an example because growing up, I don't think the things I would talk about, I ever experienced it. Because I woke up from the house, I go to the washroom, not a bathroom. I go to a washroom, paste, bath. A car will be there to take me to school. Let's put that aside. A normal or average Ghanaian man will give birth to a child and then they'll trek about miles to school. You wouldn't want your child to do so. So what do you need to do? You need to work hard and give your child a better standard of living. You want a comfortability. So all those comfortabilities comes with money. How do you get the money? You need to work hard. You need to change your mindset. You need to know what you want to do. You need to do something that will give you that money to give you the standard of life that you want.
Yeah.
So it's just true. Yeah.
But what is that one step? Maybe there are multiple steps because there's never one thing that makes you successful, right? Because I can say you're successful. I know you're not. You're always raising the bar. I understand that in business you always raise the bar. But what was the one thing that really changed the game for you? The one decision you made that made you who you are now?
I think that was in back to the poultry farming. So my first cycle of poultry farming, I never made any profit. However, within the learning process, I had to learn, know my mistakes. So one of the big move I did was to, get rid of an asset that I had just to get a battery cages. The battery cages are cages that the chickens lay like it's a system. The chickens lay in it. You keep so one advantage of the battery cage system is it maximizes space. So instead of you getting 1 acre to do a big poultry farm with the size of a battery cage, you wouldn't need a 1 acre. And it changed the game for me.
That's what I saw on the videos, right?
Yeah.
The battery kit. Yes.
Okay. So it's changed the game for me.
Wow.
And I love it.
Wow.
I will forever go for it.
So some behind the scenes, like you told me about the Python and all that happened. How? Because maybe someone listening will think, but how then do you get the money together again? Because hey, business is fueled by money. You need capital. Whether it's like in the West, people work a lot with loans or with grants, or you have investors, business angels they call them. Who want their return on investment, of course. Do you work with that, or is it all self-funded?
One of the good things is I have lovely friends around that I cannot ever go to bed without praying for them or thinking about them. I have lovely friends and brothers all around. So, I can come and put you with my idea or tell you about what I'm going through within my business. Then they'll be like, okay, let me support you with this for 24 months or for 12 months. And then when you get it back, you bring it. That has been it. For loans and grants, it's not easy to have access to it in Africa.
No.
In Ghana, it's not easy to have access to loans. And you see, those people who are getting the grants and the loans, I don't know. I don't want to use any word that is uncalled for. They are not using the money for what is supposed to be done. Yes.
That's a problem.
Yes, that's a big problem. And you see, in Africa, in Ghana, the real work is being done on the field. There is no official or there's nobody to come check that if the thing is really being done or not. They are just sitting comfortably in their office, doing what they want or whatever they will need to do. And it isn't helping at all.
No.
It isn't helping. So I've had good friends around that. I approach them with my business suffering or what I'm going through, and then they come through for me with whatever amount that they want, or I can ask them. And then that is how it's been.
So having a good inner circle or a good network of
it's
people.
Very necessary.
But that's really important because people from the Afro diaspora, me included, you come with this preconceived notion from the Western world, like, okay, you can get a business loan if you can show you have this much turnover or profit. And people don't know, like, you really need to have a great group of friends like you have that you can trust, who are willing to invest.
First.
And that is a thing that is why the system in the West is so different. It may be also good for the youth to know is that mostly your friends won't really do that. Like, especially in Europe. Maybe in the US it's even different, but in Europe, it's really like you have to go to the bank or get some grants or anything, but your friends are your friends. Your friends mostly won't invest that money. So that is actually an advantage that here in Ghana, you can have business friends. Like, they are your friends, but they can even help you in that. Yeah. But as Afro diaspora people watching this, no, you cannot just come here. You need to really come with some savings and create an income stream very fast.
Yes. Without money, you can't get money.
No.
You need money to get money.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So what is another like hard truth about doing business in Ghana and especially in farming that you've learned?
I think it's all got to do with money. It's all got to do with money. Yeah, that is the hard truth. You see, trust is also hard to build in Ghana.
Why?
Because pot farming itself is not an easy game. Okay, you move to a vendor, tell the vendor to give you maybe a box of feed or a battery cage system. The battery cage is not an easy money. The vendors give it out to the farmers and they tend on not to come back again. So next time, he wouldn't give it. If anybody else goes, he or she wouldn't get. It takes a certain zeal to approach CEOs or vendors to give you what you want.
So you really need to have a lot of patience.
You need to have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I'm a different person altogether. I'm a hyper person. I'm a pragmatic person. This is not how I am. But I've grown to be patient in life. And being in the business world, you need to be patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need patience.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are lots of things you cannot do by yourself. You need people to come on board. Without your patience, everybody's just going to go away.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Even just talking about this, we're sitting here, we're doing a podcast. To arrange it, to align agenda, schedules, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
People see things on the internet and they see content or whatever they think. You said yourself, I want to create content, but it's a lot of work. And everything in business, whatever you start, if it's an online thing or something like farming, it's a lot of work. So I just want to let people, and especially the young people watching, know, don't think things come like that.
No.
It's not like that at all.
And one thing every youth or every young person needs to know is live within your means. If you can't afford it, don't.
No.
If you don't have times 3 of whatever you're going to afford, don't.
That's it.
Yeah.
Make a calculation. Times 3. Okay, then I can afford this. I need to be able to buy it 3 times over.
Yes.
Then I buy one.
You buy one.
Yes. Those principles are so important. So yeah, what is the golden nugget you want to share with people? The last thing that you're like, okay, this is my belief, this is what has shaped me, and this is what maybe can help someone watching this.
Embrace failure.
Very strong.
Failure is part of business. Let failure be a learning process for you. Like I said, I didn't win with my first cycle of poultry. No. But I embraced the failure because I had learned, I knew my mistake. I had to just go in again, solve those mistakes, and here I am.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Embrace failure. So where can they find you?
On Instagram, TikTok,
Yes.
Daily Farms GH.
Daily Farms. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kofi Kyei, for being here.
Very much.
You really gave a lot of gold in this episode. Thank you.
Thank you very much.